And so, with the upcoming release of both Gorou and Itto, Geo is looking to be in an amazing place with the possible rise of not only the Geo element itself, but also mono Geo teams. So Geo has always been in an interesting place as the element itself is quite unique, as unlike some of the other elements that offer increases in damage or powerful debuffs like superconduct, the Geo reaction or crystallize only offers a mere shield, which isn't the best and is the primary reason why Geo has always been in the shadow, as while the damage multipliers on their abilities are great, the reaction sadly does let it down a bit. But now with the release of both Itto, who's looking to be an extremely strong main DPS, but also Gorou, who's looking to be the perfect support, it is looking like a good time to be a Geo enthusiast. So as I mentioned before, due to the poor reaction, it has been somewhat awkward to fit a Geo character in a team, as they've never really had any synergy with any other element, and the only sort of character you see often is Zhongli. But that's more because of his shield than anything else. But now with Gorou being released, it really does look like the best way to play Geo is to run nothing but Geo, as if you don't know, Gorou's abilities or buffs get better the more Geo characters you have in the party, which is the main reason why I believe we'll see a rise in mono Geo teams, not only for the bonuses that Gorou will provide, but the fact that unlike other elements that work off of each other with their reactions, Geo instead stands alone. As well as the fact that to this point we've never really had a Geo support like Gorou or a main DPS like Itto, and so the only thing we are missing from the Geo roster is a true Geo healer. But this role can always be substituted by a shielder like Zhongli for example. So mono Geo teams are looking like the way to go if you are planning on playing Geo. Which brings us to a new question, as seeing as MiHoYo, judging from how the other elements work, is wanting that sort of experimentation in teams, i.e. putting different elements in one team to mix and match them and get different reactions. It is odd that at least for the Geo element, the best way to play it does seem like it goes against this logic and rather encourages you to put only Geo element characters in your team. Perhaps we might see this change in the future to allow more experimentation with the other elements, or perhaps this is the way MiHoYo wants Geo to be. If this is the way, it will be interesting to see how newer Geo characters perform. Perhaps we'll see more characters like Gorou who will benefit from having more Geo characters in the team, or maybe we'll see even artifacts have X that will get better as you have more Geo characters. But even if that's the case, if we look towards the late game of Genshin, it does usually involve enemies having shields, and so the Geo is not the best at breaking shields, rather reactions are, or of course the opposing element of the shield, and so Geo usually has a bit of trouble with this, so it'll be interesting to see how these mono Geo teams fare in some of the in-game content when faced with tons of mobs with shields. But now, what does this mean for the Geo element going forwards? Well, firstly, I think that Geo is finally finding its place in the Genshin world, and when more and more Geo characters get released, hopefully Geo can be one of the better elements rather than the awkward spot it's in right now. And personally, I'm all for it, as I'm planning to get Itto and Gorou as long as I get lucky with the pity and finally have a solid Geo team I can run, rather than just having Zhongli on my teams being a shield bot. But what about you? What do you think about the new Geo characters coming to Genshin, and how will they affect the game going forwards? And now, if you are summoning for any of them, I wish you all the best, and as always, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.